It is my honor and distinct pleasure to welcome you to the 28th Standing Committee meeting of Chiefs of Immigration and Comptrollers of Customs here in this beautiful island of St. Lucia. This meeting brings together some of the most committed and visionary minds across the region. And under the theme, strengthening regional leadership, innovation, and collaboration in border security. We aim to reaffirm our shared commitment to advancing effective, secure, and people-centered border management systems across the region. So let us now begin the formal opening ceremony with a series of remarks from our distinguished speakers. To officially open the ceremony for today, I will now invite Comptroller of Customs, Sherman Emmanuel, to give some remarks on behalf of St. Lucia government. Thank you.
Let me welcome each and every one of you. The Secretariat of CARICOM IMPACS, representatives, Chiefs of Immigration and Comptrollers of Customs, and their representatives, honorable guests, distinguished delegates, esteemed colleagues. Welcome to St. Lucia. It is an honor indeed to address the 28th meeting of the CARICOM Standing Committees of Chiefs of Immigration and Comptrollers of Customs. I extend warm a welcome to you all. I want to specially thank and recognize the effort of CARICOM IMPACS in advancing our regional security agenda. As members benefit from IMPACS's resources, intelligence networks, and joint operations, which strengthen national security while addressing regional threats collectively. On behalf of my department, the St. Lucia Customs and Excise Department, as well as, and if I can, on behalf also of the St. Lucia Immigration Department, just extend a warm welcome to you. It is my honor to welcome you to our beautiful island, a nation renowned for its vibrant culture, its lush landscapes, and resilient people. Might I add, and home of Olympic sprint queen, Miss Julian Alfred. As a small but proud Caribbean state, we have achieved much, from our thriving tourism industry to our part in regional security and environmental sustainability. St. Lucia values collaboration in law enforcement, recognizing that safety and justice, and even the threats as well that that face each of our nations, don't know borders. Your presence strengthens our shared mission to uphold the rule of law, to combat transnational crime, and to foster trust between our nations. Delegates are urged over the next few days to approach these discussions with a spirit of collaboration and innovation. Let us identify practical solutions to the challenges we face and to commit to their implementation. Our collective action will determine the success of these initiatives. As we move forward, let us leverage capacity building and the support of CARICOM IMPACS to help equip our personnel with the skills needed to manage these systems effectively. In closing, it must be emphasized that the work that we do here is not just for today. It is for the future of our region. The decisions we make and the actions we take will shape the Caribbean's ability to navigate the complexities of a globalized and yet fractured world, while preserving the safety, dignity, and prosperity of our citizens. So I just want to thank you and welcome each and every one of you to St. Lucia and wish a successful CICC 2028. Thank you.
I represent Commissioner Mr. Verngard this morning, who had to be out on other assignment. And let me express how pleased I am to be asked to represent Commissioner this morning, just to wish a warm welcome to the participants of this forum. I listened to the presenter before me and basically had touched on almost every point I would have wanted to bring up this morning. Again, it's really welcoming the congregation to St. Lucia for this very important, I think it comes at a pivotal time in the security landscape of our region. So with that, on behalf of Commissioner Gad and the people of St. Lucia, government of St. Lucia, I take immense pleasure, of course, to welcome you all to St. Lucia for the 28th meeting of CARICOM Standing Committee of Chiefs of Immigration and Controllers of Customs. It is both an honor and privilege for St. Lucia to host this forum, like I said, at such a pivotal moment for our region. The threats we face, and they include from sophisticated transnational criminal networks and trafficking operations to the mounting pressures of digitization and globalization on our immigration systems. These demand modern national responses. They require unity. They require robust intelligence sharing and seamless cooperation across our borders. This forum serves as a key platform for aligning our efforts, reviewing shared challenges, and further reinforcing the partnerships that are essential in safeguarding the Caribbean region. Our deliberations here will help shape policies and strategies that not only enhance the security of our individual territories, but also strengthen the broader security architecture of CARICOM as a whole. Over the next few days, let us use this platform to exchange not only best practices, but also an honest reflection and fresh ideas. May we live here better connected, more informed, and more prepared to create meaningful impact in our respective jurisdictions. I thank sincerely the CARICOM Implementation Agency for Crime and Safety and Security, IMPACS, for its leadership in bringing us together, and commend each one of you here for your ongoing dedication to safeguarding our region. Welcome to St. Lucia again, and I hope your stay here and our collective work here prove to be enriching and productive. May you also find some time, like the presenter before me said, to enjoy the warmth, enjoy the culture, enjoy the hospitality of our people, and everything else that our beautiful island has to offer. Once again, I welcome you to St. Lucia. Thank you. Thank you.
So it's a distinct honor to stand before you today at the opening of this 28th meeting of the Standing Committee of Chiefs of Immigration and Controllers of Customs. And as Joyson said just now, we are deeply grateful for the courtesies extended to us upon our arrival. It could have been worse because a later delegation that came in yesterday had to circle for quite some time, had to land in Hianora and wait for George Charles to reopen for them to get here, but everybody got here safely, so thank you very much. The theme chosen for this year's meeting, Strengthening Regional Leadership, Innovation, and Collaboration in Border Security, could not be more timely or relevant. As leaders of border security professionals, you are the architects of safe, efficient, and sovereign borders. You are the guardians of our collective integrity as a community, tasked with an increasingly complex mandate that spans security, mobility, trade, facilitation, humanitarian protection, and technological transformation. Over the next 3 days, we are called upon not only to reflect on the achievements we have made, but more importantly, to forge new strategies that respond to the realities of our time. Realities that include rising threats from organized criminal networks, the trafficking of persons and illicit businesses, evolving migration dynamics, and the rapid pace of digital innovation. In this context, regional unity and operational readiness are not just aspirations, they are imperatives. This meeting offers a critical platform for action. We will discuss coordinated plans with key partners such as the IOM, UNODC, UNHCR to tackle the smuggling of migrants and trafficking in persons. We will examine the alignment of the regional migration policy with CARICOM's broader integration agenda. We will evaluate the progress made in digital border transformation from e-passports and biometric screening to the rollout of API PNR systems and electronic ID cards. Additionally, we will assess the legislative and institutional framework necessary to implement and enable seamless mobility while ensuring robust national and regional security. To meet these challenges, we must invest in leadership at all levels. Leadership that is informed by intelligence, grounded in integrity, and driven by innovation. We must commit to harmonizing our procedures, modernizing our tools, and strengthening our human capital through training, joint exercises, and shared resources. No member state has the capacity to go it alone. Thus, regional security has and continues to be a shared responsibility. I wish to once again commend the government of St. Lucia for its invaluable support in facilitating and coordinating this important meeting. I also extend sincere appreciation to the representatives and their respective governments from across the region for their presence and unwavering commitment to advancing and sustaining the momentum of regional dialogue and cooperation. Furthermore, I acknowledge with gratitude the vital contributions of our developmental partners and international allies, whose expertise and continued support have significantly strengthened our collective capabilities. In closing, I urge each and every one to fully engage in the deliberation ahead. Let us emerge from this meeting with not only policy decisions, but actionable outcomes. Let us seize this opportunity to advance a border management framework that is smarter, all-inclusive, and more resilient. Thank you all, and I wish us all a very productive and successful workshop.
So it's my distinct honor to address you today as the chair of Immigration Committee at this 28th Standing Committee of the Chief of Immigration and Controllers of Customs. On behalf of the government of Jamaica and the agency in Jamaica that I serve as CEO, the Passport, Immigration and Citizenship Agency, I extend warm greetings to all of you here in this beautiful city of Castries in St. Lucia. This year's theme, strengthening regional leadership, innovation, and collaboration in border security, is not only timely, but it's critical as we navigate the evolving landscape of migration and border management. As we stand at the crossroads of global migration challenges and regional security imperatives, we must harness the power of strategic partnership and advanced technologies to safeguard our borders while promoting regional integration and economic growth. Today, as we initiate discussions on key agenda items, we are reminded of our collective responsibility to enhance border security frameworks, modernize our immigration systems, and harmonize our policies across the region. And, I pause, as I said, I already feel like family. As we stepped out of the Bay Garden Hotel this morning, I met my friend from St. Kitts. Sheldon, and I greeted him, and I didn't remember that Sheldon came to Jamaica a few months back to look at what we were doing, and as he shared what they are doing in St. Kitts, I really got so excited that even though it was raining, I feel like doing a rain dance, because what they are doing with technology there is something we are going to learn from, because we are just at the concept stage. And so this is the family that I'm talking about with the discussions we are going to have today. We have on the agenda items such as the Cartagena 40+ agenda, the regional migration policy, and the API PNR implementation, which underscores the urgent need for coordinated action to address migrant smuggling, trafficking in person, and regional displacement. As chair of the Immigration Committee, I am particularly encouraged by the emphasis on digital transformation in immigration and the implementation of advanced biometric systems and electronic travel documentation. These initiatives are essential for improving passenger facilitation, enhancing border security, and ensuring seamless mobility across our member states. As countries that rely on tourism, and we as the security professionals in immigration and customs, it's always a very delicate balancing act how to facilitate that seamlessness of low risk or no risk passengers while ensuring that we are protecting the borders. And this is part of the conversation I think the agenda is going to allow us to flesh out today. Furthermore, the scheduled panel discussion on advancing free movement in CARICOM presents a unique opportunity to explore strategies for promoting economic mobility while maintaining robust security measures. Let us remain steadfast in our commitment to a secure, prosperous, and unified Caribbean where our borders are not just point of entry, but gateways to opportunity. In closing, let me acknowledge the invaluable contributions of CARICOM IMPACS, and I would like to say that as David and I will be co-chairing over these 3 days, let us seize the moment to foster meaningful dialogue, share best practices, and chart a path towards a safer, more integrated Caribbean community. Thank you, and I look forward to our productive discussions over the next 3 days.
I'm pleased to address you this morning, and I thought that it was a good opportunity to lend my fullest support to the important work that you've been doing. You are the experts on border security, and as I said earlier, on revenue generation. However, you do need the necessary level of resources to carry out your job effectively. You need a level of resources that can neutralize that of those who seek to undermine our security, to conduct illegal activities within our borders. We meet against a backdrop of escalating and violent crime, both white-collar crime and criminal activity. Much of it is driven by transnational criminal enterprises that are increasingly sophisticated in the promotion of the trafficking of illegal drugs, deadly weapons, and on-the-price cargo. Their objective is clear: to undermine the very sovereignty of our nation by destabilizing our institutions and exploiting our borders and our economies to their advantage. We continue to witness the gun-related violence in St. Lucia and CARICOM countries, in our streets and in our communities, causing a drain on our health care resources. When we speak about crime sometimes, we seem to forget the drain on our health care resources. It's estimated that every gunshot it costs in St. Lucia between $100,000 per gunshot. So crime is not also, it also affects us in terms of our health. Also our policing resources. In St. Lucia, recently, we've increased the number of policemen and policewomen on our streets by over 100. And we intend by the end of this year to put in another 80. So by the end of this year, we ought to have over 200 new policemen. And I've always been told that I should not say new, I should say replacement. So I want to say additions. I have been warned. In St. Lucia, I must be very careful what I say, especially now. We must accept that the emergence of gangs and gang-induced activities, heavily influenced by outside forces, poses a threat to our system, our democracy, and our peaceful way of life. This is why your role is so critical to your countries and to our region. The work of IMPACS and other security agencies, such as the regional security system, are undeniable. We have made significant advancements in port security, harmonized laws, and collaboration with international partners to protect our borders. While these commendable measures are essential, we must strive to continuously build strong and effective leadership and partnerships with agencies with direct responsibility for border security and revenue collection. As heads of border security agencies, your prominent position and critical leadership role can make a difference in this challenging environment. Your work entails courage. In your role as immigration chiefs and customs controllers, you need to have a large degree of courage. You face pressures, both external and internal. There are those who will try to compromise your integrity through intimidation, bribery, and sometimes political influence. They will ask you to look the other way, to bend the rules, to select expediency over principle. You must have the courage to stand firm in your conviction when everything around you is urging you to yield. Courage in leadership is about doing the right things in the face of pressure, and speaking the truth, and ensuring that you live according to the dictates of your conscience. I know this is not as simple as it sounds, but it is necessary if you are to be effective in the exercise of your duty. It requires a deep sense of conviction to national duty and acceptance and the sacred trust that the people and your employers place upon you. Your agencies are not only the protectors of our borders and defenders of our national integrity, but also one of the main sources of our revenue, both in terms of immigration, in terms of tourism, and in terms of ports, in terms of cargo, the main sources of our revenue. Because all these islands in the region depend on tourism as a principal source of survival. So your role is extremely important. And whereas we can speak of biometrics and all the rest of technology, which is necessary and which we have to implement if we are to move forward, the personal touch, the human touch, and this is the role that immigration officers and customs clerks and customs people play every day, the human touch. I urge you to build a team of well-trained and courageous and truthful men and women at every port of entry to protect our borders from the entry of illicit goods and undesirable travelers. How you manage the agencies under your control matters, and so you have to be courageous to make the right decisions in the interest of the country. You need to be determined. We need to have even more determination now than we ever had before. We have to protect ourselves against those who seek to destroy our democratic way of life. If you need to succeed, if you have to succeed in this fight, the threats we face today require an approach that is different from before. It's an environment where the criminals can, with a snap of the finger, give you a year's salary. These enemies of our nations will exploit human weaknesses, the desire of humans who want more, the desire of humans to have a better quality of life. They are the ones who, because of their selfishness, will not mind if our countries collapse. We are engaged in a battle for goodness, a battle that is not won overnight. Leadership requires determination, and I say courage, and also a strong sense of love for yourself and for your country. And it's important that I make the point, a love for yourself, because it's useless if we have a country where we've divided in such a dual nature that because of the situation, all of us move to one side of the country in our gated communities with our dogs and our security guards and our cameras, and another set of people in the other side of the country live in a completely different world. At some point, they will clash. And when they clash, it's going to clash in a way that we may not imagine. So we have to ensure that we develop a society where there is opportunity for all, where there is fairness, where the regular person who brings in a barrel from the United States will believe that he will get the same treatment as the major businessman who brings in 50 or 60 containers. We have to ensure that we have that level of fairness and truthfulness in our society. And no one is better prepared to do that than you. You have to have a certain level of honor, a moral imperative to protect yourself and your country. It's a sacred trust, a trust that no prime minister has, because you are the ones, prime ministers stay in their offices. You face people and you face situations every day. So the trust that you must have, not for the government, but for yourself, trust in yourself. That trust is what will make you a better citizen and the country a better place. Never do it for any politician or any prime minister or any minister. Do it for yourself. And if you do it for yourself, the whole country will benefit. There's a lot at stake. Our countries are at the crossroads of truth, the crossroads of being states where would be possibly the best place to live, and the possibilities of being failed states. You see what's happening in Haiti, a complete breakdown. We have to protect our country. We have to protect our boundaries. So I want to urge you in your discussions to understand that the work you do is not for governments or for politicians. The work you do is for people. You are at the forefront of ensuring that the people of these regions, of these islands, have a better way of life. So you must see yourself as people who cause our economy to improve for the benefit of our people. 2 weeks ago, I was speaking to a group of police recruits, and I said to them that if they do not perform, their superiors will not get their salaries. And they wondered what I was speaking about. I said to them, if the tourism industry collapses, both them and the superiors and me will have no salary. And that's how important the industry is, and that's how important your job as immigration and customs people are. So I want to wish you all the best. and do enjoy St. Lucia, and do enjoy the collaboration and the work amongst you. Thank you very much.
Speaking after the Prime Minister, it won't be too long later, the much to say after the Prime Minister. I would just like to, this meeting like these are crucial for generating innovative ideas to improve our service to our nation. Your presence here is invaluable and in helping us to achieve our goals. I hope that these sessions we can come to an agreement on new strategies and review on our recent performance in advancement of our team efforts. Please share your thoughts and ideas freely, and I'm confident that together we can achieve great things. I look forward for a productive and insightful discussion. Thank you. All right.